Hey there, Taurus. Let's just jump right into it, shall we? As we pull some cards and look at the energy forecast for you for the month of June. To start with, we are using the Lantern Oracle. I will pull one card from this deck. It will give you your overarching energy for the entire month ahead. And then we'll move over to the Enchanted Map Oracle. I will pull 3 more cards, and that will break down your week or your month just a little bit further. All right, so let's just get at her. And your first card, sorry, I'm going to pause while the dogs are barking. All right, they might have settled down a bit. Somebody was probably walking by my yard. How dare they? All right, we're leading into the Lantern Oracle, giving you your overarching energy for the week ahead here, Taurus. And what we have in store for you for the month of June is all about repairs. All right, repairing relationships. Okay, now it says here, making amends rather than fun times reveals our relationship's true constitution. So what that is really saying is that, well, it's super easy to, go through something, and then rather than, really talk it out or break it down, we just, that's yesterday, that's in the past, we'll just sweep it under the rug and move on. Let's go have some fun together. That's all well and good. But that's not the true test of a relationship, right? We're going to instead take a rough patch that we've just gone through with somebody in our life. Now, using your discernment for what relationships you want to repair, because you do not have to repair those relationships you no longer want in your life. I don't care what somebody tells you. Oh, they're your mother. You should have a relationship. No, you should not. You should not have a relationship with toxic people. All right? I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're related to you or not. You need to use your discernment about maybe there's some people in your life or a person in your life where you've had a disagreement. You would like to make the repairs. That means sitting down together and putting it on the table. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down and see not only where it went wrong, but where we maybe could have done better to make it right. And working on that, that is what tells you what kind of a foundation the relationship is on, right? If the other individual is not interested in doing that, they just want to sweep it under the rug, I would suggest to you that is not a relationship that's going to stand the test of time, because you need a strong foundation, right? A foundation that is built on trust. And you cannot have that trust if you don't understand and appreciate where each person is coming from in that relationship, right? But if you can put things on the table and talk about it openly and clearly and come to some sort of understanding, even if that understanding is, well, I don't agree with you, but I can appreciate your point of view, right? We just have to allow for that. And I feel like that's what you're making time for this month, all right? All right, Taurus, let's move on now to the Enchanted Map Oracle. Break that month down just a little bit further by pulling 3 more cards. Understanding that this month is all about repairing relationships. And that's really, to me, talking about having open discussions about where things might have gone wrong. All right, where did we step off the path on this one? All right, and having those. And then, being the bone collector. All right, so this is the beginning of the month, you being the bone collector. I do feel like this is you being your kind of magical self. When they talk about the bone collector, is pulling in those talismans around you that help you understand what a magical person you are, understanding your more spiritual side as opposed to your human side, right? So I want you to know that as you're moving forward, looking at the relationships, using that discernment to determine which ones you would hope to have repaired, then what you're going to do is pull your talismans, which is your universal communication coming in to guide you forward in those communications, right? So there have been times in my life where I have had to say things that were difficult to say, but I couldn't leave them unsaid. And I would stress and stress and stress about, how do I bring this up? How do I talk about it? How do I express myself in such a way that they understand where I'm coming from? And what I've learned over the time is that if I pull on my spiritual side, pull in my talismans, if you will, collect all the bones around me and pull them in, I just simply ask the universe, the creator, to give me the words I need to say. That's it. And then I trust that every word that comes out of my mouth in that situation is exactly what I need to be saying, right? I don't think about it. I don't stress about it. It's very similar to doing inspired talking, right? Where you don't sort of have a preconceived notion about what you're going to say, and you just let the Spirit move you into what you need to say. And I really do feel like you need to lean on the universe to guide you forward in how to handle, what words to share to help repair those relationships, to bring up the subject matter, to work on it, okay? And then toward the middle of the month, you are more wide open. So I do feel like in this process, there's a learning here for you. There's trust built up between you and your relationship with the Creator and your divine beings that are there to guide and support you. And you're wide open to the messages, to the communication that's coming in for you, for the way the flow of life is taking you. It doesn't mean you agree with it, doesn't mean you like it, but you are wide open to understanding that there's magic in it. All right. And I do feel like the more you sort of lean into the magic, the more the magic is there for you. All right. Now, where are you wrapping up your month here, Taurus? Look at this. You're going to the wishing well. Do we get any better? What are your wishes at this time? Now that you've opened yourself wide open to the communication of the Spirit, to the magic that's around you, what would you wish for? Wish for those things that you would have if nothing held you back. If not fear, not regret, not finances, not lack of self-worth or confidence held you, if none of that held you back, what would you be wishing for? What would you want to see transpire in your life? And I feel like you go ahead and flick that penny into the wishing well, because no matter how big you can dream, if you are truly wide open to what the universe can bring in for you, if you're truly, using the Spirit in the way that you can to help you communicate difficult ideas, difficult thoughts, difficult conversations, the more you lean into that magic, I absolutely feel like the more likely your wishes are going to come true, simply because you're giving it over to the divine, right? You're handing it over to your team and saying, look, I don't know how to figure this stuff out. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to handle it, but I leave it in your hands. There's magic in that. And I feel like you get to see the magic, and you get to make the wishes and see your wishes, because no matter what you dream of, no matter what you wish for, the universe can outdo you by 1,000-fold, right? So open yourself to the magic coming in for you, and then just sort of sit back and let it come to you, right? Don't be stressing about it. Don't get all that up in your head about it. That's not going to serve you well. Hand it over to the divine. They'll lead you through. All right? Blessed be, Taurus. If you'd like to know more about me, you can look me up at leeshanks.com. Talks about all my services, including my one-to-one and my group readings. And you can also find me on Instagram or Facebook at Intuitively. Blessed be one and all. This is Intuitively signing off.